Hey guys, what's going on? Happy to be here for stream number 3. Let's make it happen. We got, some news to cover. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great time here. Let's get right to it. The first article of the day is Zelensky meets with Pope Francis at the Vatican. The first thing I noticed is, doesn't this guy have any other clothes to wear? He's always wearing this like military get-up attire, but he's not on the front lines. He's pleading his cases around the world to people that have access to a lot of money. This article says Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky had private talks with Pope Francis at the Vatican on Saturday, later saying he sought support for his peace plan of the Pentov, who in the past has offered to try to help end the full-scale war launched by Russia a year ago. Um, I don't know. He wants to end the war, but he's only wearing military clothing. What do you guys think? Do you think he's just a pawn in the game? Because he was an actor, and now he is the Ukrainian president. So, can we take him seriously? Is he just acting? I don't know. It's hard to tell. In my opinion, it's like he's like the charity guy. He's going around door to door asking people for charity. It's like you're in middle school again and you have those toy drives. You sell enough toys, you get or sell enough items like candy and you get toys. Um, I've seen videos time and time again this past week of mercenaries not having ammunition. So it's like this is obviously a lose-lose. Why don't we just cut our losses and move on? But what do you think? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about Zelensky? What do you think about his get-up attire? He's always wearing like the OD green, blacks, and like Ranger greens, but you never see him in any other attire. Never see him in any other attire. I think that's pretty fishy. So, I thought maybe this guy will go around asking for money for the next decade. I mean, it might be a decade-long war like Afghanistan. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think about this guy? What do you think about his attire? Uh, have you ever seen him wearing anything else other than military sweats? Let me know. Let me know. Moving on, we have it looks like the Twitter CEO, Elon Musk, has chosen a new CEO and is expecting to step down in the next few weeks. It says Elon Musk has chosen a new CEO of Twitter and plans to step down from his role within about 6 weeks. The billionaire entrepreneur said on Thursday that he will not disclose the identity of the incoming chief executive. I think there's more at play here. I think that he's timing his exit. He's planning his exit meticulously. I don't know what's going on with Elon, uh, but I think there's more to this than what we're being given. I have two other articles about Elon, and in my opinion, I think he's doing some damage control. He's doing some damage control. He was or is one of the richest men in the world and decided to buy up Twitter, and now he's saying he can't run it. So I don't know. I think that, like I said, it is a planned escape, and I think that one of these follow-up articles has something to do with it. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that your time on Twitter since Elon Musk purchased it, do you think it's any different? Do you feel like it's less of a vibe over there now? I know there's a black Twitter too. Have they been affected? Let me know your thoughts on this. I don't personally use Twitter, so the purchase of Twitter did not affect me nearly as much as like the common everyday user. And even then, did that affect the everyday user as much? Who knows? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you guys use Twitter? And if so, have you noticed platform change? from before Elon Musk purchased the platform and today? And what do you think going forward the future holds for Twitter? You know, this could be a strategic exit on Elon's part, you know, to avoid the flames. But let me know what you guys think. We're gonna move on. We have a New York City COVID app, little used by its populace, cost about $64 million. Now, this is a state that locked everyone down, locked up all the seniors, let them die in their nursing homes. This is a state with more capita, you know, per square foot or per square mile than I think any other state in the country. Maybe Seattle or California, but I think that, you know, New York has the most people. And when COVID shut down the world, New York City, you know, I wouldn't say they were the most affected, but they have the most people. So, you know, they definitely felt the brunt of the lockdowns. They felt the Como force and what he was doing at that time. But I think it's kind of odd that they had this projection of so many people using the COVID app, and in reality, no one is actually using the damn app at all. Man, that $64 million could have went to my account. It could have went, you know, to everyone in the country. You know, as much money as this country is spending within the past few years, it's like, where's all this money coming from? And who's receiving all this money? You know, there should be red flags for everyone. You know, where's the money going? Who's receiving it? Who's receiving kickbacks for this app? You know, are they getting a kickback per user, per minute, per screen time? I'd be curious to know, you know. And also, how are New Yorkers going to foot the bill? You know, is that going to be through increased property tax, increased state tax? How are they going to foot the bill? Because although New York spent that $64 million on an app that's barely used, they're going to try to recoup their money uh, as fast as possible through other means. So I think that's kind of you know, fishy. I think maybe money laundering had something to do with it. But you know, who's to say? Who's to say? We won't know at all, honestly. We won't be able to actually look at these account balances and know, hey, did Como get a kickback? You know, did any electors or any elected officials get kickbacks, you know, for their areas on the screen time for this app? You know, it's very intriguing to me that a state could just waste that much money and not turn back. So this is fresh off the press. Elon Musk is considering significant investments in France. I think this is part of his power play with, you know, moving on from Twitter. I think that he sees a fork in the road, he smells smoke, and he is looking at other outlets. The video I have of Elon Musk um, at this meeting with Macron is anything but sus, if you ask me. The look on his face says it all. He seems like he's stressed out of his mind. Like, like basically, the paparazzi's there taking photos, and you know, my man does not look happy at all. He looks like he's there on a contingency plan. Like he's there to get maybe some advice. He's maybe trying to get a fallback plan as to what could be his next steps after leaving Twitter. Um, but I think that it's pretty sus. I'm gonna play the video here in a second, and I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what you think. But I think that he's got some work you know, cut out for him. He might be planning to flee France, to France, you know. it's hard to say, but with the article I have lined up with Elon and his, suspected involvement with the Epstein trial, it just throws so many red flags. It's like you can't ignore it. There's no way that anyone would be able to take this information and ignore it. I'm gonna drop the video here. It's right here.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me. Messieurs, bonjour. Monsieur le Président. Vous allez bien?
See? He ain't happy at all. My man's is not happy. He looks stressed. He does not look like they're there to talk real business. They're there to talk about a fallback plan. Let's look back at Elon, and Elon does not look happy either. It's like he's sitting there for press, but that's not why he's
Messieurs,
there.
bonjour.
That is not why he's there. He's there to create a fallback plan in a state that maybe not. I mean, France will extradite, but who's to say that this guy is not also a power player with the trial that he's been indicted with? Let's just go back again. Look. Yeah, he's like, yeah, there's nothing to see here. Take the pictures and leave. But if you look at his eyes, look at his facial expressions, it's like he's in panic mode.
Messieurs, bonjour.
He's in panic mode.
Vous allez bien?
He's in, contingency plan B, So yeah, you got this nice picture of them sitting up, looks like they're having a nice, very nice conversation. Says that he's looking at making investments in France. But when I watch this video, I don't see that. I see a guy putting on a charade, and then I see a guy that is trying to protect his assets, trying to protect everything he owns, maybe everything he's got his name on, before he's indicted and he possibly loses what he owns. Also, it's like, it's perfect timing to step down from Twitter after fighting to buy it for so long. You step down from Twitter, and then you get indicted. It's like you knew about the indictment before it became public, and now what you're doing is you're trying to get all your ducks in a row. Let's just be real. You're getting all your ducks in a row. Don't look out for more news between Elon and Twitter and this trial. I think that Elon Musk has a lot to do with it. Just because he's indicted, it doesn't mean he'll be charged necessarily, but it does mean that they have some questions for him. And this just kind of leads on to this next article. Elon Musk was subpoenaed in J.P. Morgan Epstein lawsuit by U.S. Virgin Islands. Uh, so they're saying that Jeffrey Epstein referred to Elon Musk as a high-profile J.P. Morgan client. Now, how that ties into his relations with Max Lean or any of the dealings that happened on his island, we don't know. But it also says several other billionaires have been subpoenaed by the USVI, which in other words is the United States Virgin Islands. So they're taking upon themselves to do their own investigative research, and they're not afraid to call these people out, no matter how much money they have. It's like they're going to be held up to be accountable for what's happened in the past, and damn well they should be. I think that big or small, if you got caught up in this, the truth will come out, and it's good that we're seeing some traction on this after Epstein's death. Another article here looks like a kid, which I was planning on reporting on last week. He was sent home over wearing a shirt that said there are only two genders, male and female. Now he's coming back around, planning to sue the school district. I think this is great. I think that, with all this inclusion, that we overstepped the boundary. We blurred the lines between what's acceptable, and honestly, what's lunatic, what's lunacy. Uh, we all have a right to opinion. just like they do. Everyone has the right to an opinion, and when their opinions and their lifestyle can be pushed on the general public, it should be okay to have or see both sides of the spectrum. Um, I think that this kid has every right to sue. I think that he has every right to make his voice heard, let it be known that there's two ways to this conversation. There's both sides to every street, and you know, w- we're going to have it both ways because we're allowed to have it. We're allowed to have. We're allowed to change the verbiage. We're allowed to change the curriculum to certain narrative to fit a group of people. And now people they're just talking with logic, and they're being reprimanded for it. And I don't think that's fair. I think that everyone has a right to free speech, and also everyone has a right to express themselves, as long as that doesn't cause undue harm, hardship, on everyone else. And that's just my opinion. So hope this kid sues for every penny. I hope he gets every penny. Even if he, lost half a day of school, that's not the point. The point is he should be able to wear um what he wants if that's not directly attacking a certain group of people. And that's just me. And this goes on to my next article because it's pretty important that diversity, equality, and inclusion is focused on, whether that be in the school, whether that's focused on in the workplace. I feel like everyone should feel included, everyone should feel recognized. Talents come from all different walks of life, and we're also going to meet people from all different walks of life that don't have necessarily the same backgrounds that we do, or the same values that Americans share and value. I think that what makes us great is that we're a melting pot of ethnicities and cultures, and that's why people think America is so great. But at the same time, Florida's going backwards. DeSantis signed a bill to defund diversity, equality, and inclusion programs at all Florida's public colleges. Now, that doesn't include federal funding. This is specifically targeted towards state funds. So let's just get that out there first. That although he is targeting state funds and how they're being allocated at these schools, on a federal level, diversity, equality, and inclusion is a big focus, and they can still schools, um, public colleges, and I know it's not going to stop at public colleges. It could go all the way down to employers. But these parties do have an option to reach out to the federal government and ask for assistance, to work on these programs, whether that be more training, um, to prepare the group of individuals, the group of employees, the students to interact and deal with other people from different walks of life. I think it is important because we are a melting pot, society, that this is at least touched on, because we definitely don't have just one culture here. We don't have one race here. We have various races here, various cultures here, and it just makes sense that diversity, inclusion, equality, and inclusion is at least spoke about. So I really don't like what DeSantis is doing. Again, I feel like it is a major step backwards for the state of Florida. Um, Maybe going forward, we'll see more uprising to the people that live here, the people that have voted for DeSantis and don't necessarily support what he's pushing. I really hope to see more people voice their opinions on this. I, for one, am not too happy on what I'm seeing. I think that it is absurd. I think that um, DEI is critical in understanding how other people think and why other people think in certain ways and how they act the way they do when it comes to working in team environments. And that goes with networking too. So again, major step backwards, major step backwards. I hate to say that Florida's on the wrong path, but with everything lately, it just seems like there's nothing going well for Florida. But let me know what you guys think. Out of all these subjects, between DeSantis, Elon Musk, and
So everybody
his
just hear me.
investments, like, what do you guys think about this video?
Messieurs,
Just he doesn't look happy. He looks like again he's there on a contingency plan. The press found out, they heard that he was coming and wanted to get, his appearances. Okay, great. But all in all, he doesn't look happy. He
bonjour.
doesn't look
Monsieur
like
le
he's there
Président,
to make
vous allez bien?
appearances. And he definitely doesn't look like he's there to talk about investments in France. This is and should be a wake-up call to everyone that's been following the Epstein case, everyone that cares about child sex trafficking and the abuse of children. Um, we need to hold these people accountable. They're not above the law. And I feel like I'm onto something here because the way that Elon Musk is moving, he's doing damage control. And, we have to take what's given to us beyond face value and just dig a little bit deeper. So, well, again, let me know what you guys think. I covered a few topics today. What do you guys think about New York spending $64 million? Where do you think that money could have went instead? There's a lot of stuff that state needs, and a COVID app worth $64 million for less than 1% of the population to use, that's absurd. And obviously we would need to investigate how they're going to recoup that $64 million. Because again, they're not just going to let that money um just disappear. You know, they're gonna get that money back no matter what. Let me know what you guys think about Zelensky. Let me know what you guys think about DeSantis and how he's ruining the state of Florida. I'd love to hear your opinions and comments. Uh, Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you did or if you haven't already. It was a pleasure speaking with you guys for stream three. Should be coming back within the next 5 days or so for stream four. I'm working out some audio issues and some video issues. But as I work through them, I just thank you guys for bearing with me. I am going to continue to put content together with great audio or not, because that's what I like to do. I like to make content for you guys, review it, and talk about what's going on in the world today. So if you liked it, hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it out to your friends and family. Thank you, everyone. God bless.